up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Lou Streets back with some more LSV, and in this video we are talking Scorpion's game plan. A lot of people have been hitting me up asking me how to use this character because he isn't as high tier as usual, so let's talk how to make him effective. However, before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button for me if you love more videos like this in the future. Now let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk his special moves. We have Spear, we have his new iteration of Death Spin, we have his Teleport, his Blazing Charge. He has a Ground Flame, which is also unblockable when you amp it, so that's a good way to end rounds. Then we have his air combos, which is this Spear extension. That's the long one, that's the short one, okay? And he also can do the teleport in the air. So, and so on, right? So that's all his special moves, okay? So when it comes to Scorpion's buttons, he has really good buttons as far as range goes, but he doesn't have anything that you can abuse, and he doesn't have mix. So he forces you to play honest neutral. So what I mean by this is all of his buttons are safe, but they don't do anything overly oppressive. So you kind of got to use mind games to work to your advantage, right? So like 1-2-2, ends in overhead, got pushback. Ends in overhead, got pushback. 2-1-4, got crazy range. Do you see the range on that? Look at the range on this right here, about right there. Look at that range. That range is crazy long. Scorpion usually don't have nothing like that in the past. So 2-1-4, and we got 1-2-2, put pushback on block. The next button that we have is this F3-2, and this is his meterless launcher, right? But the second hit is a high, so don't be willy-nilly with it because you can get punished if they decide to duck and punish after the high. So you only want to use this on a punish situation or in combo, right? So F3-2 is his next button. Next button after that is his 3-3-3. You're mostly going to use this as a combo ender when you're pulling people to the ground. Then we have his F4, which is also a pop-up, but it's a high, so be careful with that. And then one of his best buttons that we do have is his back 3. Full screen almost, probably about 3/4 of the screen, and it's a true low. So if you get the right cameo, you can launch this into a combo. All right, so those are his buttons. We got 1-2-2, 2-1-4, F3-2, 3-3-3, F4, and back 3. All right, those are his main buttons you're gonna use on the ground. One more button I wanna mention of Scorpion's on the ground is his down 3, because it got just as much range as his standing 2, right? So, and it's a true low, so this is a true poke. Where if you do like down 4, it's kind of stubby and it's kind of slow. Same thing with down 1, it's kind of stubby. It doesn't look that stubby right here, but you'll be surprised how much down 1 to miss in a match. So a lot of times, you'll see me do a strat like 2-1-4, down 1, 1-2-2, and that's because it got pushback. So it's like when they push him back, I can go right back into the 2-1 or into a down 3. Now remember, 2-1-4 and 1-2-2 does have a gap. Plus 1-2-2 can be blocked like an overhead and make you and cost you frames. So don't be predictable with it, but just use it to your advantage, right? But like when it comes to pokes, down 3, down 1. Sometimes if you up close, you will never see me press down 4, right? So them his main buttons on the ground. So when it comes to Scorpion's game plan, you don't have the element of surprise on your side because he doesn't have any abusive frames to oppress your opponent with, and he doesn't have any mix. He only has, this is his only mid right here, so they can mash and everything else. So you gotta make them not wanna mash. Now you do have down 3 that has range, so you can do things like down 3, dash up, grab. Because when it comes to Scorpion, you're gonna have to grab to get your opponent to wanna let go of block so you can make this mid work. To be honest with you, I use this mid on occasion as a risk, but most times I'm only using it as a punish, right? But down 3, dash up, grab, down 3, now they want to let go of grab, now you hit them with that F3. Another thing, 2-1 is a high, right? But from range, that second hit of 1 is a mid, so you dash up with the down 1, back dash, 2-1 when you got them poking, or down 1 for the pushback, 2-1, dash up 3, back dash 2-1, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Scorpion, you gotta pretty much condition your opponent, and your decision making has to be very instant. You can't hesitate. Now the one thing is, since everything that he does is safe, you shouldn't be afraid to do this. But when it comes to getting this mid to work, this is mostly gonna be on punish. A lot of your game plans are gonna be down 1, dash up, stand 1, down 1, dash up, stand 1, back dash 2-1. You know, 1-2-2 with the overhead. But if they start using the up head, if they start using the up block to take your frames away, and you and then take that into a grab. Because the one thing about this animation with the 1-2, you see how that rope comes back? That's kind of hard to see if you're gonna go into this or that, you know what I'm saying? You can go 1-2 stagger, or you can 1-2-2 for the pushback. But if they up block in, now you 1-2, into the grab. So a lot of Scorpion's game plan is going to be honest because you got to condition your opponent and outplay him. You don't have the element of surprise on your side, but that's cool because he still get his bang for his buck when you go into combos. So speaking of combos, Scorpion gonna give you your bang for your buck, right? You just got to make it count. So right now I got Scorpion set to block highs, but remember, back three is a true low. Look where we at, we full screen. So now this kind of goes into the game plan of what Kameo you want to use, because depending on what Kameo you got, you can make this a full combo starter, and that changes a lot because now people can't just sit over here and turtle up away from Scorpion. They got to make decisions about how they want to get in, because you can do stuff like this. True combo right here, right? And you can take that into a launcher if you want to. So it depends on who you want to have as a Kameo. In this case, I have Scorpion. So like now you get to see how useful back three really is. Because imagine somebody stand blocking and you from all the way over here take that into fatal. That's a 40% combo off of just one button right there, right? So when it comes to finding the Kameo for Scorpion, I would suggest using a character that has air extension because he does so much of his damage in the air anyway. A lot of people was using Cyrax on the back end of Death Spin, but they just nerfed that, so that's not as viable anymore. So I would rather have something full screen like this where we can take that into a combo, you know what I'm saying? Something in the air where we can launch and you know what I'm saying? Stuff like this is where I would use Scorpion at. So you can extend, have another character with him that can extend in the air, and it makes for doper combos in my opinion, right? So that's just my personal 2 cents on that. You guys might want to play him differently, but I would suggest using somebody that extends with him in the air because he does so much of his damage in the air anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even just simple combos like you don't gotta be the most swaggiest person around, but to do stuff like that, you need somebody who extends so it makes his air combos viable because he got a lot of routes with that. He got this. He got that version. He got this version. You know what I'm saying? Scorpion does a lot in the air, so you want somebody who can kind of complement that, but that's up to you guys, right? So final thoughts on Scorpion is that I don't know what tier he is. I'm not really big into the whole tier thing, especially with Kameos, because it moves around depending on like what team you have, right? But I will say this, at the very least, Scorpion forces you to learn neutral. And if you get comfortable with neutral, it will make your other characters better because he's so honest and he doesn't have any mix. On top of that, he gives you your bang for your buck with your combos. If you don't know any combos for Scorpion, check out the card up to the top right. I'm gonna put it up there right now. I just made a combo tutorial with him, so you can check that out and get your combos on point. But overall, Scorpion is a very honest character, and you gotta think, if he doesn't have any mix and you get comfortable with him, imagine how much better you will be when you have your neutral on point, plus you're using a character with mix. So at the very least, he'll help you get better at the game overall because he forces you to play honest. So that's pretty much my thoughts on Scorpion. I have a lot of fun playing him. I actually have more fun playing him than I do with Liu Kang, which probably is surprising to some people, but he is low-key one of my mains because he makes the game really fun, and the air combos just look swaggy. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helps you get on your path started to using Scorpion. If you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Till the next time, it's your boy Lou Streets. I am out. Peace. Gotcha.